Okay, so exactly 32 minutes after 6. What are the newspapers reporting today? Happy to say that Kwabena has joined me to do the newspapers. Kwabena, how you doing?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm well. I'll ask you something. Think about it. And I want the honest truth. If you know Kwabena, if you went to school with Kwabena and he lies, please let me know. I want to know if you chewed, poured, and if you still can remember some of the things. But don't answer now.
I'll think about it. I think I need to really sit hard and think really hard about it.
If you chewed and you poured, you have to think about it.
Because I wasn't going to class. I'm just trying to remember how I managed to write my exams.
Okay, I hear you. Let me do the Daily Graphic newspaper front page of the paper. A story you didn't think you would wake up to hear. Mother boils son's hands over one Ghana city is really, really, really sad. And the story we're told that this boy was asked to go and throw rubbish away with the money, I think, and then he goes to buy biscuits with the one Ghana cedis. But what does the mother do? Boil his hands in hot water as punishment. Amazing. I'm sure we're all thinking, what a wicked mother, what a mother to have. But then again, frustrations and poverty sometimes could lead people to do things that they don't think about. Also, 2 suspected criminals escaped from Tepa police cells. We brought you details of this particular one in our AM News. EPA to remove gas stations from residential areas. Okay. And when I read this, I'm thinking, is EPA a political party now? Because they've given a deadline of 2016 to get rid of gas stations from residential areas. Why am I the only person thinking that this would happen?
Mama V, you know, we are just a year away from the general election. Some of these things will happen.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Is EPA a political party too now? They're making promises.
I'm sure in the next couple of months you'll be hearing EPA to Papa Prekon. You know? Okay,
but the banner headline, graphic front page, Goro boys besiege passport office. A lot of us are also asking, okay, what is new about them? Because we know that they exist, they've been there. We're told that the passport office says that it's going to get rid of them, but can we get rid of Goro boys?
I doubt.
They've always been there, and they will always be there.
I doubt. Particularly when, I don't know whether this situation has been resolved, but some time ago I remember that the passport office, they mentioned that they didn't have papers to print passports. Some way, somehow, if you manage to find yourself a very good Goro guy, you give him some 400 Ghana cedis or 300 Ghana cedis, you would get your passport in, say, 3 days or 4 days.
Okay, now one of the challenge is that the office has to rely on just 2 machines to print passport booklets because the others, you know, have broken down. So if we're still dealing with this issue of broken down, and if you look at the story that the graphic brings, you see a lot of people queuing as well. When we continue to see these things, then trust me, the Goro boys won't go away because they get the job done quicker. But then again, we are lazy. Some of us are really lazy. Even when we have to go and renew everything, we use middlemen. If it's your license, your driver's license, you use a middleman. If it's not women, hey, my director Patrick Gomez thinks it's women, and it's not women. It's a lot of the men who do that.
Mama V, would you're working mother. Okay, so you come here from say 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. You stay through about 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. before you go to your family. Now, within that time, if you were to go renew your license and you went to the DVLA, would you risk sitting there for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours just to get it fixed? Or would you just pay someone some money and get it in 30 seconds?
I have gone through it. I went to the driver's license to renew my license, and I waited. It wasn't that long. I mean, it wasn't 4 hours. Sometimes we think it's 4 5. No, nobody knew me. I worked there because I wanted to renew the license, and I got it done. I mean, it was time wasting a bit. Sometimes you had to wait, and if you go and they are on lunch break, then sorry, please go and come again. I think that would be better. But if you give yourself a good time and then you go, you get it done. I mean, maybe tops 2 hours, but you definitely have to continue the process again the following day. Okay, so I also renewed my vehicle. What's that thing that they give you so that you can drive? Roadworthy.
Roadworthy. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
a lot of people use middlemen, and we think you spend so many hours, but even if you do, it's worth it because it's once in a year. And I think we're lazy. That's all.
You think you're lazy?
We're really lazy. Yes. We think that, a little money can do the job, and that's why we still have the Goro boys. So if we want to get rid of them, passport office is not only you, it's all of us. We all have to make up our minds that this is what we do. Let me quickly tell you what's on the back page of the graphic.
You know of any Goro guys, sir? Anyway.
This guy, he's the Pakpakpa guy after all. He brought him.
Yeah.
But Hanging Rocks pose danger on Nkoko Obom Road. This is dangerous.
Rocks.
Yeah. Hanging Rocks pose danger on Nkoko Obom Road.
So
Remember?
It may rain rocks any day.
Yeah. There's a situation like this on the Ebri Road as well.
Yeah, I think I've noticed that one. Okay. Are you done with that one?
Okay, yes. Authorities, don't just read it. Fix it.
Okay, to the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and there's a picture of the Ashanti Regional Police Commander DCOP Kofi Boachi. He says 2 cops hot, and they've been actually ordered to produce escapees. I'm sure you might have heard of this story. 2 robbers, we are told, escaped the broke cell.
Yeah.
How they managed to do that? I don't know what.
Is that with a hacksaw?
And I'm just thinking, how did they manage to get a hacksaw in jail?
I don't know.
How is that possible? Okay, there's also Ghana, Korea signed $60 million power agreements, and well, we are hearing a lot of things about power. But yes, welcome back, Dumso. Yeah, we missed you, but Dumso is back. So for those of you who thought you're going to enjoy light for a very long time,
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to get emergency power during the Easter celebrations and during the football season? Whose idea was that? No, listen, the celebrations are important, but productivity, I mean, like the working days, that is what people, and this is what is collapsing businesses, this is what people can't deal with. Today, in Kokomlemle, you're fortunate to watch us if you're in Kokomlemle, if you're on a generator, or if you have, some plant somewhere. But if you're not, and you're relying on ECG, then you're off. So what it means is that people in Kokomlemle cannot watch you and I right now on the AM show.
I'm sure what they're telling us is that
the barber shops, the salon, have you thought about the small businesses who cannot work today because there's no electricity? These are the times that we need the emergency power.
It shall be well.
Not on holidays when people are chilling, like when people can go to the beach and cool off. Like, seriously? Who makes the decision?
I'm not sure I'm in the position to answer that. But anyway, but where are the emergency power badges? We're told they'll be in April.
Well,
how far
we're still in April.
Okay.
So
today is April 8th. The countdown is on. Also, Accra to receive financial support for infrastructure development, also on the front page of the Ghanaian Times news. But let me quickly do the back page. Economist advocates commodity legend policy. And, okay, is that Bani Streets? Okay, Bani St. Anthony Primary School to be relocated. Okay, so that'll be it for the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Okay,
Chronicle newspaper. I think I will do the center spread and I'll come back and tell you what's making headlines front and back. But the center spread, Otumfuo is pace setter in land administration, says Alhaji Nyayiri. Okay, so the story says that the national chairman of the Lands Commission, Alhaji Bakari Sadiq Nyayiri, has described the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II as a pace setter as far as land administration in the country is concerned. He said the establishment of the customary land secretariat across the country is a function of the initiative of the Asantehene. And I've just got a little question to ask you, Alhaji. The process is to register a piece of land. It's like, yeah, you want to use a Goro boy. Honestly, this is also one area where if there are Goro boys, if they are middlemen, you are tempted to use them. Yeah. Because, I don't know, when you want to be honest, sometimes the system doesn't allow you to be honest. But front page of the Chronicle.
So then, no, Mama V, why don't you try to institutionalize Goroism? I just did coinage, something I studied in
do you know how long it's taking galamseyers to get their operations institutionalized.
Okay, so Goro Boys Movim. One day it shall be what? They shall be institutionalized.
Okay, so the front page of the Chronicle, the headlines: Ghana is hard. Collins Dowda admits charges girls to stop exposing their boobs. And bribe givers can't win seats. According to the NPP Northern Regional Chairman Daniel Bugri Nabu. I'm tempted to believe you, but a lot of money go, and you know, like 2016 is just around the corner. We'll see a lot of money flying around. Soldiers pounce on private lands, and the back page: Hearts play Man City today. As in Manchester City. Okay, Kwabna will bring you details of it. We'll see if there's a Man City in Ghana. I didn't know about this one.
Well, Accra as a folk, I don't even want to be hearing about the local clubs anymore. I think I'm just frustrated. I don't know what has become of our local league.
Which of the teams do you support?
I'm a fantabulous Kumasi Asante Kotoko fan. I was anyway, I don't know. To the Daily Guide newspaper, and there's a story. It's a scramble for NPP seats, and you know, it's amazing how the NPP has become a hot commodity here. All the top guns, all the intellectuals seem to be moving that way. Well, it's just my observation.
No, I'm tempted to also believe that there are a lot of people working underground in the NDC and the other parties,
so
except
they are yet
that
to outdoor themselves.
Yes, we haven't seen them yet.
Okay, I see. We'll see how 2016 goes. But two stories here I'm not too happy about. Pastor caged, and I think it's about a mystery death in a hotel. You can see the picture of a pastor and a lovely lady over there. It's Prophet Edusa and the dead wife. Okay, well, better not to mention the name, not to get myself into any trouble. But also, on the front page of the Daily Guide, 2 men pour acid on lovers. And really, you can see the pictures of some of these ladies. 3 of them, but two are not looking too good. And I was thinking Daily Guide would probably do something about those pictures, but yeah, they're here.
So what's the thinking behind the acid thing? I mean, is it, you know, like to deform you forever?
If I can't have you, no one can. I think that's the motive. I think that's the intention. If I can't have you, no one else can.
That's cruel.
Well, I don't know.
I wonder what we do to such guys when, you know, when they go to court. Do we sentence? I mean, like, they need a life sentence.
Life sentence.
They need a life sentence.
Should they be killed?
No, they need a life sentence. Yeah. Let me quickly do the General Telegraph.
You know, there's congestion in the prison. Probably because you have so many of these people there. Okay.
No, we just have to build bigger prison facilities. That's all. The General Telegraph, Mr. Arthur Rubbish's media reports linking him to social clashes. Spio Gabra goes hunting for investors in Dubai. And back page, some sports. Nyantechi re-elected to serve on CAF's executive committee. And we know that Issa Hayatu now, he can stay on for as long as he wants. But what has he contributed to African football, really? We'll have an intense conversation here on the show. I'm excited about it.
I think he's contributed a lot.
He has?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's been a lot of corruption claims and... okay.
There will also be a decision as to who hosts the 2017 tournament. We'll talk about it today. Ghana, Algeria. That's what I hear, but who would finally host it? Ghana, Gabon, and Algeria tussle. Oh, okay, so this is it, over AFCON 2017 hosting. I'll talk to Redwan about it, so if you're interested in this subject, please stay on.
To the Finder newspaper, organized labor failed us. Workers decry inaction in the face of hardships. TUC. Yeah, this year I'm not sure I've heard so much from the TUC, the Trade Union Congress. Or they think they've protested, they've done the demo, they are not seeing anything. I mean, you are dealing with the dead goods. That's what the president says anyway. He's come up with the dead goods syndrome, so he doesn't really feel that, you know, any of these things can have an impact on his performance anymore. But also on the front page, children of late Yana call for justice. Talo to lay off 70 workers. And you can also see a picture of Fifi Kwete, the Minister of Food and Agriculture. It says, Gau hails government over fertilizer subsidies. Okay, well, those are the papers we have there. And that's from the Finder newspaper.
All right, I'll do the Today newspaper. Front page of the Today newspaper. National Service personnel to hit streets. On what exactly? Why?
Yeah,
I'm thinking because they're not getting the allowance.
They hadn't been paid, I think, for March February and March or so.
Yeah.
For 2 months, they had some. I think it's in the Upper West region or so. I think
Okay,
some
so
northern
this
regions.
story in the Today newspaper says that the personnel who have been posted to various public institutions and companies within the Accra Metro District of the Greater Accra region for 2014-2015 are gearing up for a massive demonstration in the coming days. This follows the refusal of the National Service Secretariat to pay the January to March 2015 allowances due them from January to January, February, March. But wasn't there some kind of restructuring going on to get rid of people who don't deserve to receive the allowances? But this is definitely a subject that we can do a follow-up on.
Yeah, we should. I think. How much do they even take? I think it's 350 or so. 350 Ghana cedis or so.
Yeah, that's an improvement.
It was 250.
It's like 100 and 150 or something.
Okay, I think they increased it last year or so. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think so.
All right. Also, tension in GRC over moves to sack workers, and the GRC, that's the Ghana Railway Company. Interested in reading the details, please grab the Today newspaper.
Okay, the Economic Times. Banks shun high treasury rates and they keep faith with customers. Also, Ghana government to develop local content policy. It's been a while since I heard of this local content policy. But anyway, Ghana government to develop it. That's being reported by the Economic Times. Banks record impressive performance as good corporate governance pays off. Okay, well, I smell mischief there. To the back page now, ballooning wage bills, subsidies and external shocks slow growth, and I'm told we should be expecting some harsh conditions pretty shortly. We should be paying a lot more for fuel, a lot more for utilities, a lot more for quite a number of things. So please brace yourselves. A lot more may be coming up, but it's for the better. It's for us if we are to come out of this IMF bailout in quotes successfully. We might have to stick our necks out and do the extraordinary. Also, government announces fertilizer subsidy for 2015. Is also a story on the back page of the Economic Times. If you want the details, do also grab yourself a copy. Okay,
we'll reserve the only news, the sports paper, when you do the sports. How about that?
I'll do that.
Okay, all right. Let me say a big happy birthday to some of our colleagues who are celebrating their birthday today. Edith Teria Asari. You probably never knew that this was her real name, but she's AKA popularly known as Na Ache on Adom FM. It's her birthday today. Also, Nana Nyakwa Obengdra, HR Shared Services Officer, at your birthday as well. We wish you a very big happy birthday today. Enjoy it. And if there's lunch, please let us know. But back to our inspiration this morning. And I very much like the strength and growth come only through continuous efforts and struggle. So Sylvester Appiah, I skipped your message, didn't quite understand. He says, it's wrong article, so please change it. It is only God who gives strength. But my producer Abla has come back to give you a response and says, people have the choice to believe in anything or anybody. That's the use of higher power. I hope you get it, Sylvester. But Mutard, S. Mutard says, love your way and never do what your enemies will see you through. Okay. Auntie Amma Papabi says, good morning and hope you're blessed. Yes, we are. God is blessing us every day. We hope you're blessed too. And Ike says, differ from the maker's choice for you. Must take a challenging partner and that might help you out of your life. Frederick says, effort and struggles without God is meaningless until total involvement of God. Good morning. I love that. So, it's almost like a back and forth with people commenting on this particular post, but we hope that it absolutely inspires you. We've got the post of the CAF situation, Issa Hayatu also there.
Issa Hayatu.
Okay, yeah.
Would you do this job after 70?
No.
You won't?
No.
Oh,
no, I mean, but you never know. Maybe I could be producing, I could have my own TV station or something of the sort.
And Issa Hayatu in you. Anyway.
No, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, he's going strong.
Yeah.
It's just that, I was born Issa Hayatu, living Issa Hayatu. He's the only person I have known So, you know, that's why I'm asking, what
I
has
don't
he
know
contributed?
I don't know what's this thing with the old age, but I think 70s is the new swag. I think that's what I'm beginning to think. You know, there's a lot of 70s going on. I don't know, but anyway.
Okay, but get involved in the discussions that we're having on Facebook. Very interesting. Get involved. It's facebook.com/joynews on TV. That will be it for the newspapers.